Welcome to Man Cave Insider. I'm Dennis. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see past and future videos. This is my man cave, and this room is filled with things I've collected my entire life. These are the stories behind them. And today, we're going to be taking a look at the new 4K release of The Fugitive from Warner Brothers, celebrating its 30th anniversary. The film, written by Jeb Stuart and David Bowie, is directed by Andrew Davis and is based on the ABC series The Fugitive, which aired from 1963 to 1967 with 120 episodes. The film sticks very closely to the plot of the television series, which features Dr. Richard Kimball on the run, trying to prove his innocence of the murder of his wife while being pursued by FBI agent Sam Gerard. Several actors were considered for the role of Richard Kimball, such as Kevin Costner, Michael Douglas, Nick Nolte, and Alec Baldwin. Ultimately, the role was cast with Harrison Ford. For the role of FBI agent Sam Gerard, Jon Voight and Gene Hackman were considered before Tommy Lee Jones was cast in the part. Filming of The Fugitive took place from February to May of 1993 in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Chicago. The train wreck was filmed along the Great Smoky Railroad outside of Dillsboro and cost $1 million to film and could only be done in one take. The wreckage still stands and has become a bit of an unofficial tourist spot since then. In the scene where Richard Kimball is running through the woods after the train wreck, Harrison Ford damaged several ligaments which required surgery. However, Ford chose to push back the surgery till after the film was completed, which is why his character is seen limping throughout the rest of the film. Writer Jeb Stuart stayed on set throughout the filming, working on dialogue daily, and Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones improvised much of the dialogue throughout the film. The St. Patrick's Day parade scene was shot during the actual St. Patrick's Day parade in Chicago on March 17, 1993. And if you look closely, you can even see Chicago Mayor Richard Daley during this scene. Michael Apted's film Blink was also shooting at that parade on the very same day, with both crews working very closely to make sure that they were filming in different places at different times. There was only 10 weeks between the film wrapping and its release, which is a very short amount of time to edit a film. To achieve this, Warner Brothers incorporated 7 editing bays, hiring 6 editors to work on the film at the same time. Each editor worked on a series of scenes, and it eventually came together very nicely because the film was nominated for Best Editing, and it was the most amount of people nominated for an Editing Academy Award, with 6 editors working on the film. The Fugitive opened in August of 1993 and made $23 million its opening weekend, which was the highest August release up until this point, and that stood until 1999 with the release of The Sixth Sense. It was the 3rd highest grossing film of the year, behind Jurassic Park and Mrs. Doubtfire. The Fugitive received 7 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, with Tommy Lee Jones winning for Best Supporting Actor. A sequel titled U.S. Marshals was released in 1998 that focused on Tommy Lee Jones' character Sam Gerard. Also featured in the film were Robert Downey Jr. and Wesley Snipes. A new series of The Fugitive starring Tim Daly as Dr. Richard Kimball aired on CBS in 2000 but was canceled after only 1 season. 30 years later, the film holds up just as well as it did in its original release, and the new 4K release looks absolutely fantastic. So what I have here is I have The Fugitive on 4K, as well as original DVD release of The Fugitive and U.S. Marshals as a 2-pack. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So here we have 2 releases. The first is a DVD double feature of The Fugitive and U.S. Marshals, and the second is the 4K release of The Fugitive. The DVD features both movies on a single disc, with The Fugitive on one side and U.S. Marshals on the other. This is a single disc which features the movie on 4K as well as a digital code. It maintains all of the bonus features from previous releases, and it comes with a digital code, and the movie and the bonus features are on a single 4K disc. So that is it for our look at the 30th anniversary of The Fugitive. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.